Hi there, Loy Machedo. Sweeney from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, I just thought I'd share with you 15 social media rules, which I think are very important for any individual, especially if you are someone who uses it day to day. And mind you, I'm a person who makes a living out of social media, out of my presence that is online. So, um, these are some of the lessons, or these are some of the rules I teach my clients, and I thought it would be useful for you. So the timestamps are put down below. You can check whichever point you want to go through. So let's quickly move on. And yes, if you do have any rules that you feel should be shared or I missed out, feel free to comment down below the video. So these are the 15 social media rules that I follow and which I want to share with you. The first one is you should have a purpose. Okay. So ask yourself, what is the purpose of your presence online? What is what is the purpose? Is it to connect with your family? Is it just to connect with your friends? Is it to you know keep a relationship with your office staff? Is it to market yourself? Is it to make money? Is it to show off? Is it to what is your purpose? And be very clear about your purpose and keep that purpose always in sync. Okay. Also keep in mind that if you're not clear about your purpose, people may misunderstand you and judge you. For example, let's say you're online only to make friends with your school friends or your family members, and then somebody sends you an invitation and they want to be your friend, and you reject them. Now this person may feel bad, and this person can start spreading rumors about you. Or if it's your office person, there are even people, office colleagues, who just maybe in positions of power, and they want to connect with just about anyone. And if you reject them, they'll feel personal, they'll take it personally. So be clear about your purpose and make sure that you communicate to others what is the purpose of you being online. And it's very important sometimes to even mention on your social media what is you're doing. For example, let's say Facebook, you can put it, I have Facebook only for friends and families, and be very clear about it. LinkedIn, what is it for? It is to network only with, let's say, your company people. So have your purpose, be clear about your purpose, and make sure that you communicate this purpose to others. Okay. The second one is you need to be very mindful. Be mindful in the sense, be aware of what is it that you're using social media for. Now, this one is tricky because you might say that you are on social media to connect with friends and families, but the way you're using it, you might use it to, satisfy your ego. There are so many apps, there are so many softwares, there are so many people who use Facebook just to take selfies, like this way, this way, this way. They take a selfie. Then, if they're eating food outside, they take a photograph of the food. If they're going to Starbucks, they take a photograph of the Starbucks. Now, why people are doing that? Why? The reason they are doing that is not because they would say that I'm on Facebook to connect with the family, but they're using Facebook or Instagram to show off, to get validation. Oh, look, I'm having Starbucks. Hey, look at me, look at me. Oh, look, I'm eating this nice food. Oh, see, I've taken a photograph and it looks very nice. They'll never take a photograph when they're messy. They'll never take a photograph when they have a bad hair day. In fact, even when they wake up, they'll make sure they take 20 photos, this way, that way, all the ways they'll take a photograph, 20, 30 photographs. Out of that, they'll choose the best one, the best pose. Then they'll put all these effects. So that is not connecting to the family. That is, you're doing it for low self-esteem. That is, you're doing it for social validation. In fact, I know some people who use Facebook. They claim it's for business, but then they go around, oh, I purchased this beast. I purchased this new, check out the new member of my family. They'll show their car, or they'll show the expensive yacht or their boat, or, they're doing it to satisfy that inner insecurity that they have. So be mindful. You might say that you're doing for your family, you might say that you're doing for friends, But the fact maybe you're doing it because you have low self-esteem. And see here's the thing. It's not that I'm perfect. When I started using social media 11, 12 years ago, even I was doing it to show off. Even I was doing it for social validation. But over the period of time, I kind of got aware of what I was doing. So be very clear why you're using social media for what. Are you doing it because you have low self-esteem? And it's okay to have low self-esteem, but be mindful about it. Are you doing it just for social validation? Are you doing it because you want to feel special? Maybe your real life is boring, but online you want to appear. That is why do you think a very fat girl or a fat girl would show a very slim image of her? Why do you think a girl with pimples and freckles on her face shows a very glossy skin and big eyes? And there are apps that even make your eyes look big, your nose short or nose long, or ears big, ears small. That is not for friends or family. That is to appear on this virtual world as perfect. So be mindful. The third one is be aware of the social media's algorithm. Now, social media has been designed in a way to make it addictive. Whether it's the game that you're playing, that you need to log in every 20 minutes to get the special power or the special gift, or you click the box and the magic box will open and you'll get some gift, and you check another box, and so, or you press a particular this thing and you get a weapon, or you sign in to take part in a race and you might win first, second, or third, or Facebook, when you check the feed, you don't know what you'll get. Suddenly you get, oh, wow, this is interesting. When you're typing something, it shows, oh, somebody's typing a response. So they have designed the social media to make it addictive so that you'll just stay glued to it. Remember, you giving them your time, you giving them your attention is their currency. And the more time you give them and the more attention you give them, the more they benefit. That's how they can slap on ads. That's how they can slap on their hidden messages. So be aware of this, be mindful. And one of the ways to be aware of you being addicted is keep a stopwatch. Give yourself, say, 5 minutes, keep a beeper and look through the phone, whatever. As soon as it rings, you need to switch it off. So you need to be aware that social media is taking your time and your attention and it's influencing your behavior. Okay. Point number 4. Okay. Point number 4 is be very careful of fake news, okay, and news that is biased. Now, the internet is a repository of all kinds of information. For example, if you type climate change, or you type God is, or you type anything, or you say if you say, let's say, for example, Donald Trump is a fraud, or Donald Trump is a good businessman, or Donald Trump is bad, or say religion is good or religion is evil, Islam is true or Islam is fake, or Islam is a religion of peace or Islam is a religion of terrorism, Christianity is true or Christianity is fake. So whatever you type, you'll get 100 different versions of it. Depending on your behavior, depending on your pattern that you search online, the social media landscape, Google, it will give you only what you like to hear or what prompts your behavior. Let's say, for example, you're a religious person. Let's say let's say, for example, you follow Islam and you believe in God and you die for God. But now what happens is when you type online, you're typing only things that support your religion. YouTube or Google, they kind of know that you love Islam. If you are a Muslim and you love Islam, so it'll only show you updates that show Islam. But all of a sudden, it'll show you, oh, these people are attacking the religion of Islam, or these people are against Islam. The reason being is so that you click on it, you search it, you respond to it, you react to it. That is the only way they are able to make money, because they want you to be there. So they'll always show you two extreme ends, and they will connect you with people who agree with you, and they would make you want to react to news which people disagree. That is why if you check Daily Mail online, they will always give you an update. They'll always give you an update whereby you'll react, and you'll react in a way that is like crazy. Okay, wait, the battery is going down, so let me charge it as well. These are some of the challenges that you have. Okay, my battery is going down here. need to charge this. Give me a second. Okay, so the next one is be careful of news sites and also keep in mind. Okay, it's charging. Yeah, it's charging. Yes, it's charging. Okay, and also keep in mind that there is a bias. There is always a bias. Let's say, for example, you check CNN, they are biased towards a particular side. Let's say, for example, you check Fox News, okay, NDTV or the Hindu, the newspaper. Whatever publication you check, they tend to be biased towards a political party, towards a belief system, towards a group of people. Let's say, for example, I'm an atheist. Now, if I were to check all atheist groups or I were to check atheist websites, they will only support things that favor me. Let's say I'm Muslim or I'm Christian. If I'm Muslim and I check all Muslim sites, they'll support all the claims that make Islam a religion, true religion. If I'm Christian and I check Christian sites or I check Christian groups. So keep this in mind. Whatever site you tend to check will support your bias, and social media studies your behavior and gives you what you like to listen and what you'll react. Point number 5. I think this one is something that has to be taught in schools, and that is etiquette and manners. Day-to-day life. Let's say I were to see a man and woman, or let's say I'm a guy, I see two girls walking. In real life, I'm not just going to walk up to the girl and, hey, hi, how are you? Would you like to go on a date? Or, can you show me your bobs and vagin? No, nobody's going to say that. They'll be like, are you fucking crazy? They'll call the police. But online, because people are protected with this wall of anonymity, they believe that, oh, nobody can touch me. I can do whatever I like. I can watch any porn site. I can misbehave with any girl, and there is no repercussion. So people forget that they have to have a protocol. They have to have manners. They need to follow a step-by-step process. So that is why it's not uncommon for people to act like obnoxious. Like I know so many girls who literally get messages, I love you. The first message is, I love you. Or people say, can I see your boobs? Can I see you naked? Or do you want to see my hard, whatever? Okay. Now, the reason for this is people are not educated. In real life, they'll never do this, but online, they tend to do it. For me, I end up with people who I do not know. I have no idea who they are. They will just try to call me up. They'll try to call me up as if they, as if they know me. What people are not aware of the fact is I get so many emails, so many messages, so many people want to talk to me because I'm a public figure. So I don't speak to people unless I know them. But it's so normal for people to just take the phone and start calling me. And some of them will not call me once. They'll call me 10 times, 15 times, missed call after missed call after missed call, without having the common courtesy or the common sense to understand, man, you can't just fucking call me, man. I don't know you. So they feel because they can call anyone, because my number is online, because my email, that they can call me and I have to respond to them. So I think it's very important to be educated and to understand that there are certain etiquettes to follow, and people should be mindful of what you tend to do in real life is what is applicable even on social media. Okay. Point number 6 is be careful, be cautious, and know what you should post and what you should not post. See, every country has its laws. Like when I was in Dubai, when I was in UAE, I never posted anything that was negative about UAE or about Dubai, even if it was true. The reason being is, just someone could just make a police case against me, file a false claim or file a defamation, even if it was put in the papers, even if it was true. Or let's say they can't do that. But let's say there's a local guy and he is named and shamed in the papers and I post it up online. Maybe it's true, maybe it's allowed. But then maybe someone in his family will find it offensive and maybe take revenge. So be careful and cautious what you post. Stuff like, I can put my phone number, I can put my email address, I can put my location. I don't have to worry because I'm staying on an island. Okay, there is a danger that people might come and visit me. And yes, people have. But to visit me, they'll have to spend a lot of money because I stay on a remote island. However, if I was, let's say, in India, I would never share my location. I would never share where I stay. The reason being, people can just turn up at your doorstep. You'll be surprised to know here in Samui, people have ended up just turning up on my doorstep. Seriously, they have just turned up on my doorstep and, hey, I want to meet up with you. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know you. You know, there have been girls, you might not believe, there have been girls who have landed up in Samui and said, hey, how are you? Just want to, spend time with you, have a cup of coffee. I know what it was. I'm not dumb. There have been even my own family members who I'm not in close contact with, who used to be hi, how are you, and bye. Family members, they've ended up in Samui and, hey, Loy, how are you doing? Out of the blue. They've never said hi to me out of the blue. Ah, how are you? And all that. Hey, where are you, man? Come, come, come. We have to meet up. Oh, fuck off, man. What meet up? Because for me, my time is money. I don't get a salary end of the month. I'm not going to drive down, 4 hours, 5 hours to sit and meet them and then take them around for a fucking tour. I don't know you. I've not spent time with you. I've not built that relationship. There are some people who love to meet family members and love to waste time and love to go out. I'm not one of them. I'm very private. I'm very reserved. I don't like anyone coming and meeting me. I don't go and meet anyone. So please be careful and cautious what you share online. Be mindful, because you might end up like how I told you. People might just end up on your doorstep, and there are stalkers. I'm not talking of people following you on social media. I'm talking people physically trying to get in touch with you. Okay. The next one, number 7. I think this one is very important. You need to keep in mind that people are smarter than you. Okay. We always like to assume we are smarter than people. But the fact is, there is always someone out there who's smarter than you. Don't think for a minute that you can fool people. And I think the reason why I say this is because a lot of people who fake information or share photographs of them being slim, Photoshop images, share, that they have an expensive car, they have an expensive house, or tend to show that they are more successful than what they are. I've always, mentally told myself that, okay, if I'm trying to be smart, there is someone who's actually smarter than me and who can literally expose me. So right from day one, I decided I'm just going to share the truth, because if you share the truth, it's easier. You don't have to remember what you've said. But if you tell them lies, then you need to remember the lie that you told them, and you need to have more lies to cover up the actual lie. So please keep in mind that people are smarter than you, which comes down to the next point. That is, we all bullshit. The fact of the matter is, we all tell, lies, some kind of lies. Like, let's say, for example, the photograph that we put, we digitally enhance it a little bit. We try to make it more better than how it looks. Or let's say we purchase something. We like to show that we purchased much more. We paid more money for it. Or let's say we put up a story. We like to exaggerate, which is normal for human beings. But here, I would like to tell you is, okay, fine, you want to bullshit? Go ahead and bullshit. But don't do it where it matters. For me, even I bullshit. I'll be honest with you. I'll bullshit. Let's say, for example, I were to put a photograph. When I put a photograph, I make sure that the surroundings are clean, everything is kept proper. Let's say, for example, I put a photograph of me gaming. I would make sure that, there's no rubbish. There is no, like, my baby might keep food items, or my desk might be dirty, or there might be tea, coffee cups here and there. I wouldn't want all that to be shown when I'm putting a video or a photograph. I clean all that. So, to be honest, in a way, it's kind of bullshit. So, that is permitted. But with regards to work, with regards to what I do, I don't like to share what is not true. Like, if you actually see this shirt that I'm wearing, it's pretty old. This is, I think, 5 years, 6 years old, but I wear it. Many people like to wear sophisticated clothes. For me, I was like, I'll just put the same thing. Like, if you see my videos, I've showed you, I stay in a simple house. The walls are dirty because my baby has drawn crayon and colors all over the wall. My wife doesn't wear sophisticated clothes. She doesn't put makeup. I've told her not to put makeup. When I go running outside, I don't wear, hi-fi clothes. I go without the shirt. So I keep it real. I've told people that I'm not filthy rich. I'm not a multi-millionaire. I'm a normal, everyday guy who has decent savings and who's pretty comfortable and happy. So I don't like to fake it. There are some others who like to show expensive cars, expensive houses, expensive lifestyle. So that can actually harm you. So be mindful what you share, and where you should bullshit, fine, bullshit a little bit. Let's say you're showing a photograph of your physique and all that. It's okay to show the best photograph and you try to enhance it with a little bit of effects. I've done that. I have a little bit of flab at the side, but when I take a photograph, I either make sure that I've done a diet for a couple of days and water has come out of my body, and I've flexed hard, and then I take a photograph and then I put a little bit of effect, so it kind of shows that, oh, I have these styrations or I have these cuts and all that. Okay, fine. I'm not going to put a photograph of my physique with my fat hanging at the side. Okay, that's bullshit. But where work is concerned, I will not bullshit, because my daily bread and butter is very important to me. My reputation, my integrity over there. Okay. The next one is number 9, is have your own policies. Now, see, Facebook and YouTube and whichever platform you're on, they have their policies. So you need to respect their policies, but at the same time, have your policies. Like, for example, on YouTube, it's a public space. I put a lot of videos. So there people abuse me, there people give me bad words, they call my wife names, they call my kid names, they call me names. Fine, I'm okay with that. However, on my Facebook, which is my personal space, if anybody from anywhere comes and joins it, fine, okay. I leave it open. You can join me. But if after joining there in my personal space, you start abusing me, hey, who the fuck you think you are? And your wife looks like this, or your kid looks. No, I'm sorry. In my personal space, you're not allowed. On my personal space, if you want to follow me, you need to be respectful. So on a public platform like YouTube, or let's say Instagram, you're a follower, and you want to mention anything, for me, it doesn't matter. But on Facebook, or let's say on LinkedIn, as a business network, you start bad mouthing me and talking crap over there, I'm just going to block and delete you. I don't need to listen to your nonsense, especially in my private space. Even on my WhatsApp, let's say on YouTube, you want to say, oh, Loy is a fake and this, and no, I don't mind. But if you send me a WhatsApp message, hey, you fake and this, I'm not going to entertain you. Let's say, for example, YouTube, you can abuse me as much as you like and ask for a response. But if you send me a private email, I'm not going to bother. So have your policies, what should be where and how should you respond to it. You should be mindful of that. Okay. Point number 10 is make sure that you update your profile. There are many people who have their Facebook profile or their LinkedIn profile, which is not complete. It looks really bad. I made the mistake of having my old, I think 7 or 8 year old phone numbers, which are still there. You need to update your profile. You need to maintain it. Have a nice photograph. Have the proper update. Have the proper information. Update it every 6 months or a year. Whatever that is, make sure that the address is proper, because that reflects on your personality. It's very, very important to make sure that the proper information is there and it's updated. It speaks about you. Okay. Point number 11 is use social media for a benefit. Okay. But whatever the benefit is, make sure that it's not an emotional benefit. See, I use social media for commercial purposes because it has to benefit in terms of business. But social media is designed in a way that drags you in an emotional area. So be careful if you're using it for emotional purposes, because if you use it for emotional purposes, there is always someone who will insult you, make fun of you, disagree with you. And if you get into that emotional rat race, or you get into the emotional mudslinging, it's going to impact you. It's going to impact your mood. It's going to impact your feelings. It's going to impact your whole day. So be mindful of that. For me, I use it only for commercial purposes. And it doesn't matter to me whether a person insults me, humiliates me, whatever, I don't care. Okay. But just make sure that you're mindful of whether you're using it for commercial purpose or for emotional. And if you're using it for emotional, remember, it's going to literally take you on for a roller coaster. So I use it for commercial purposes. I would say use it for, leveraging in terms of your career or for your personality or for your brand, but avoid getting into the emotional, mudslinging. Point number 12 is take it seriously, take your social media seriously, but not seriously. What do I mean by that? By taking it seriously means it's a reflection of your brand, it's a reflection of your personality, it's a reflection of your image. There, take it seriously. But don't take it seriously means any and everyone's opinion about you. Don't make that your reality. See, people keep talking about, oh, Loy is fake. Oh, Loy is a fraud. Oh, Loy is got kicked out of UAE. Oh, Loy is begging for money. Everyone can have an opinion. I don't take that seriously. But where I take it seriously is it is my work. So that is why if you see every day there is a video, every day there is an update, every day there is a post. So that way I take it seriously. But where I don't take it seriously is when anyone has a negative opinion about me, or I don't bother. So know where to take it seriously, know where to not take it seriously, know where it can be a threat to your family's safety and security, and know where there are just bunch of freeloaders. Okay. Point number 13 is understand that anyone and everyone can be your enemy, and there are plenty of hidden enemies and dangers in social media. I don't have to elaborate much on this, but understand that there are a lot of people out there who have plenty of time and they can use this information, whatever you post, whether it's your address, whether it's your phone number, whether it's you posting an opinion. Like in the Middle East, people have posted, shared a news article that shows Islam in a negative light, that shows a famous person in a bad way. It can be taken up in court. It can be taken up legally against you. You can lose your job. You can lose your freedom. You can be in prison. So just be mindful that there are plenty of enemies out there, and anything that you post can be used against you. Point number 14 is social media is a tool. It's a very important tool, and it's a necessary evil. What do I mean by that? Tool means just as I'm using this phone. It's a tool. It's a device that can be used for good or can be used for bad. So be mindful how it is used. And second one, whether you like it or whether you hate it, it is a necessary evil. You can't live without it. You need it. So if you want to stay off the grid, then fine. But then if you know how to use it, it can really help you propel you to success. So success and failure, both, it's side by side, like a knife. You can use it for cutting. You can use it for stabbing. A gun, you can use it for protecting yourself. You can use it for impulsively causing harm. So just be mindful of that. Even games, you can use it for fun and entertainment, or you can use it for addiction or addictive purposes. So just keep that in mind. And last, if not the least, the most important of them is know when to switch off. Like, I shared that video with you where my wife was completely addicted to social media, where she was watching it 18 hours a day, 16 hours a day, not having bath, not brushing her teeth, not even being, doing any housework, because she was addicted. She didn't know this. It just took over her life, and it started having a life of its own. So that is where I put my foot down. I said, nothing doing. You're not going to watch a single TV. I shut it off. That new computer that I bought, I took it back. I took the phones that I gave her. I told her no more internet. And if she disobeyed the rule that I put, I told her, you can go back home to your mother and father and work in the village, work in the farm, because there she had to follow rules. So here, if she wanted to enjoy the privilege of being with me, she would follow the rules. And she knows that I did it for her own good, for the good of her, because we have a baby. The baby follows what she does. I have to be online. I can't help it. But she doesn't have to be online. When she married me, she was not addicted to social media. Now, because she has plenty of time, she is just wasting her time watching TV serials and emotional nonsense. So I put my foot down. And lo and behold, it has been 1 week now since I implemented those rules. Now she's perfectly fine. She's playing with the baby. She's teaching the baby. She's doing housework. She is busy. Now she has got out of the addiction. It did take her some time to get out of it. But now when we talk about it, she tells me, like, I was very angry. I was enraged. But now I understand that I was addicted to it. It kind of has its withdrawal symptoms, its withdrawal phase. But now, she's okay. So you need to know when to switch off. Like, when I spend time with my baby, or when I spend time with my wife, when I'm eating food, it's off. It has to be off. I take them out. That time I don't check my mails. I don't check. When I do my exercise, I don't check. When there are times where I have to switch it off completely. Like right now, when I'm making the video, there's no WhatsApp, there's no messages, nothing. It's 100% doing my work. And when I'm studying, when I'm reading, no social media, nothing, not even music is on. So you need to know when to switch on, you need to know when to switch off. And it's very important to know when it's time to switch off, it's totally off. So these are the 15 social media rules that I follow, which have helped me make it very successful for me, which have helped me really benefit and make a lot of money. I hope you can use some of these rules. If I've missed out anything, let me know what they are. And these are the 15 points. So let me know what do you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. This is me signing off. Take care.